Alright, I don't know how throwing up gang signs in the thumbnail is gonna go, but you can wear red bandanas in the store now, so things are changing, man. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to make a little bit of a different video than the videos that are out there, because I noticed recently I've been very happy. And I didn't really know how to explain it, but just all of the self-development that I've been doing and all the reading that I've been doing, I've picked up certain habits, and I wanted to share those habits with you today so that hopefully you can incorporate some of them and they'll make you happier. But overall, you know, I'm not like the happiness coach or something like that. Like, I'm not a psychologist or a shrink or anything, but these things have been working for me. I hope that you can see some efficacy in these things. There's 6 things that I really want to talk to you guys about today, and those things are autosuggestion, the E to E ratio, focusing on my world, not the world, focusing on what I can control, removing bad habits and replacing them with good habits, lastly, my strong sense of why. They say that with a strong sense of why, the what just ceases to matter. So in other words, I'm doing a lot right now in life, but it just doesn't matter because I have a strong sense of why, and we'll talk about what that sense of why is. If you're interested in that, that'll be at the tail end of the video, but anyways, let's just get right into this. Number 1 is autosuggestion, and autosuggestion is basically telling yourself certain things. So with describing autosuggestion, you kind of have to come at it with a layered approach, and that is that there are 3 different ways that thoughts can get into your mind. One is that you tell yourself the thing, you tell yourself the thoughts. The other one is somebody else tells you the thoughts. So somebody tells you that you are a certain way and you come to believe them. The last one is the evidence. So I see something before my eyes, I see something in my physical reality, and I decide to take that as my reality. So we've got autosuggestion, we've got other suggestion, and we've got evidence. And with all of these things, we start to see a compounding effect. When we start telling ourselves something like, I am someone who exercises Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we start to believe it. We take on that I am identity, and then we start to put that into our physical reality. We start to exercise Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then somebody at the gym sees us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they say, you are someone who exercises Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then the third layer on top of that is that you see every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that you are the person who's at the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you start to see that you are the person who's fit, and you start to say, I am fit. And then somebody else starts to see in the physical reality that you are somebody who's fit. So they start to say, you are fit. And those things just start to compound until they just have so much momentum that they can't be stopped. So I see a lot of momentum in life, but the key is that it started with me telling myself that I am a certain way. So being present in the moment and telling myself that I am a certain way, being present in the moment and saying, this is what I believe, this is who I am, not saying this is who I'm going to be, because as we know, the past doesn't exist, the future never comes. So one thing that does help me with the whole principle of autosuggestion are these recordings that I'll actually link the videos that I play to myself at night. It's a little weird, but I do a lot of things as far as autosuggestion, some notes that I've written myself, and then also videos that I like that tell me things. So it's self-suggestion right before bed, and then it's other suggestion right before bed as well. One thing that's good about doing self-suggestion and other suggestion right before bed is that you get into a brain state where you're able to take on ideas into your subconscious mind. So ideas that were planted there when you were a kid. Maybe you think something like, I can't sing. Why would you think that I can't sing? If you were to sit down with a shrink, they might bring that out of you. Maybe when you were in 3rd grade, you went up to do some solo and you sung that solo poorly. So everybody laughed at you. So for the rest of your life, you told yourself, I can't sing, I won't sing, I have the sting of the past. You don't even remember why you don't think that you can sing, but your subconscious mind remembers to tell you that you cannot sing. So those recordings and that note to yourself that you read, those I am affirmations, reading those in the morning and at night, that's a good way to plant new beliefs while you're tired, while you're in that sleep state. It's a good time to plant new ideas about your self-worth, how much you value yourself, how much you think your services are worth, how hard you want to work, what you want in life, and just all of those different beliefs. Beliefs that you may want to supplant from your childhood, and you want to put in new beliefs. So anyways, that's one thing that I like to do. The recording that I'm going to link, it does sound a little weird the first time you listen to it. It says things that seem outlandish if you have a lot of limiting beliefs, but then as you start to take them on, as you start to identify with them, you realize maybe these beliefs aren't so outlandish. Maybe I have just been having all these limiting beliefs. I've had these planted in my mind, and I just need to open myself up to the opportunity that perhaps I will be a millionaire, I will be a multimillionaire, I will be a billionaire one day, if I take on the belief that I can do it. Number 2 is the E to E ratio, and that is the education to entertainment ratio. So Depending on where you slide this scale, if you slide it to 100% entertainment and 0% education, or 100% education and 0% entertainment, you get a very different type of person. So we've already talked about in the past videos the rule of 58. If you haven't seen the rule of 58 video, it basically means taking a good portion of your free time hours and putting them into something productive. Powerful statement from the book, The Compound Effect. It talks about the fact that the bottom 80% of society has a huge skewed E to E ratio to entertainment. So in other words, most of the stuff that they watch, it's designed to make someone else money. It's designed to make the cable networks money. It's designed to make the athletes money. It's designed to make the politicians, or whoever else is speaking, it's designed to make them money. Whereas the people that end up becoming very wealthy, the people that have success, those people's E to E ratio is skewed towards education. So I think there's a little bit of balancing act to do with this, because as they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But I would like to add a caveat to that, which is all play and no work makes Jack an idiot. So don't be an idiot, Jack. So obviously, with people that follow this channel, I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but it is so true. Your E to E ratio is just important. And if you see that positive momentum, you see yourself moving forward, that's what brings me happiness. I can't speak on anyone's specific scenario, but as I see myself getting smarter, stronger, more in shape every day, I feel happier than I was yesterday. As I tell myself that I'm happier every day than I was yesterday, I feel it. I tell myself and I feel it. Number 3 is I'm focused on my world rather than focusing on the world. So I think a lot of people make this mistake of focusing on the world way too much. You see some people that watch the news 2, 3, 4 hours a day, nothing productive, people getting murdered, people saying crazy stuff, people just scandals, celebrity news this, celebrity news that. This stuff is not moving these people forward in life. Next time you see somebody who's really afraid about the coronavirus, go over to them and say, look, there's a button at the top of your remote controller. It says power next to it. If you press that, it's going to turn your TV off. When you turn your TV off, you're not going to see that crap anymore. You don't need to worry about it anymore. Next time you see somebody complaining about what the president said, you go up to them and say, look, there's a button on your TV remote. It says power next to it. You turn it off, and then you don't have to have Donald Trump in your household anymore. Next time you see somebody getting all angry about the liberals, what they said, what they're doing in Congress, go up to them. See where I'm going with this? Turn it off.
Oh, I hate those boys that are taking a knee during the national anthem.
Don't watch the NFL. Next time you see somebody who's like,
oh, they just keep bullying me online and I just feel I'm so oppressed,
I want you to send them a message straight from me. Watch, hold up. I'm gonna give you guys a bonus tip. All right, this is how you deal with online bullies. Pay attention. All jokes aside, if you decide to observe the wrong things in life, everything can consistently seem like it's just in a state of decay. But if you look within, and you look within your little happy circle, your world, everything seems great and everything gets better every day. Number 4, I choose to focus on what I can control. Certain things that you can't control are your past relationships, your past traumas, what others think of you, what others do. There's just so many other things that you cannot control. You cannot be the controller of this world. Things in this world have their right to free will, and they have their right to move about as they will. Things that I can control: my reactions to the things around me, my environment, in other words, the place that I live, the place that I'm at, the things that are around me, the food that's in my fridge, the people that I allow into my life, my relationship, how much I see my family, how much I don't see certain family members, and I can control my probability of success. Not your success, but your probability of success. Number 5 is I removed my bad habits and made good habits easy. So some bad habits that I removed were alcohol, video games, and TV. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that alcohol, video games, and TV are the downfall of humanity, but they were the downfall of me. I promise you that. I know me, and I know that alcohol, video games, and TV were not good for me. It might be something else for other people. Maybe you can just sit down in front of a video game and you can just, play for 30 minutes and just walk away. No, I would sink entire days into that. I would sink entire weekends into drinking. They were not good things for me. And in general, that's just kind of how I view vices. They're not necessarily bad for each individual, but if you just start piling them up on top of each other, you might run into one that's just a little too good to resist. And the second part of that is that I made my good habits easy. So I did things like I took the video games out of my house. I sold them. I sold my TV. I bought a bookshelf instead of a TV. I intentionally made sure that there's no TV in my living room because the TV is just a dark hole, dark pit of despair for me. It's not for everybody. For me, I know that I will spend hours in front of that thing. I will spend hours in front of the PS4. I'll spend hours in front of the Xbox. Now, instead of going and seeing a TV, I see a bookshelf. Instead of seeing alcohol, I see water and ice. Instead of seeing unhealthy foods, I see fruits, vegetables, things that are healthy for me. Rice, beans, things like that. And all those bad habits give you a spike of a good feeling, but then on the back end, they give you a bad feeling because it's give and take. I see it as like yin and yang. You take some good feeling up front, you get some bad feeling on the back end. And the last thing is I've developed in myself a strong sense of why. What I'm doing, it requires a lot of work. I'm not trying to like glorify my work ethic or anything, but it's some work and a lot of people would quit if they're trying to do what I'm doing. But having a strong sense of why is what keeps me in the game. Some of the things that I think of when I think of my strong sense of why I'm doing what I'm doing are a strong desire to have financial freedom. That's very important to me. Helping my family out and proving the haters wrong, which there's a lot of different philosophy out there about whether you should have negative motives, but I wouldn't say that certain negative motives are always the worst things. That keeps me pushing towards my goals. There's a lot of people that I would love to prove wrong, a lot of people that doubted me, a lot of people that when I said I was going to do this YouTube thing, they told me that I couldn't do it. So I want to prove those people wrong. They keep me going and they really do keep me motivated. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like and hit the links down below if you guys want to get some free money, free stocks, free sign up bonuses. Just get a little bit of extra money in your pocket during this time. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.